I'm calling to order the Public Works and Engineering Services Committee to order for October 28th. We've already given the prayer and pledge this morning, and we have a full quorum with 3 members present. Gentlemen, have you had the opportunity to review the minutes from the September 23rd meeting?
Second.
So moved. Do we have any changes to the agenda today?
Ready for your approval, Madam Chair.
Thank you. We will move forward with it as is. We have 2 presentations this morning, and I think Ms. Leanne Reese is going to present those for us.
Yes, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
First one is with Fleet Services, and a bunch of them are here today, so all of y'all come up front, please.
Wow.
You have been so ordered.
Look thrilled to come up.
Y'all can spread out on this side, guys. Order's good down here.
So one of the goals of the Fleet Services Department for a long time is to become ASE certified and achieve the Blue Seal of Excellence. And I think it was back around the first of the year. Anthony, where's Anthony? He's hiding from me somewhere. Yeah, I think it was around the first of the year, right, where you really lit a fire and everybody said, you know what, we're going to do this. And so they did it. And by the end of the fiscal year, so I think around the 1st of July or so, he submitted the application, and they got notified that they had received the award. And basically, it requires that 75% of our technicians be at least certified in one area, and each area within the shop has to have at least one ASE certified technician. And we have 4 areas, upfitting, count that. So yeah, I wanted to bring them up and recognize them all because this is a wonderful accomplishment. It means a lot for our department that they are professional and certified in all the different areas. In fact, some of the people here are either master certified in one area up to 3 areas, meaning they took and passed all of the exams within each of those areas. And I think there's probably 7 or 8 exams. 9 exams in each area. So that's a great accomplishment. And so I'm very proud of all of you. Thank you for being here this morning. And Anthony, don't you want to say something? Oh, he's a man of few words. But congratulations to you all. I'm very proud of you.
Good job, guys.
You're going to have to snuggle. Turn sideways a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll fit in. There you go.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you.
So the next recognition is for the procurement department. Y'all can come on up. So our procurement department has been recognized and has received the Achievement of Excellence in Procurement Award, and this is actually their 3rd year in a row, right? Receiving this 4th? 3rd or 4th year in a row receiving this award. We will confirm that. But it's also a prestigious honor. It takes a lot of work to get this, and I'm going to let Glenn actually speak, because I know you're not afraid to speak, and explain what
Yes,
requirements are.
this award, the requirements that agencies earn this scoring process, criteria such as productivity, professionalism, leadership, e-procurement, and rated criteria. We have to submit all this paperwork showing how we do things, what we do, rated, and 260 agencies across the United States and Canada.
How many
Wow.
counties?
There's 14 counties in the state of Georgia. I think 23 counties across the nation.
Wow,
Not many counties.
fantastic.
Congratulations.
Very good. Excellent.
You.
Thank you.
Thank you. Certainly appreciate all the hard work and dedication and time that went into those, and we're very proud of you all, and we congratulate you.
They agreed.
Okay, we do not have any consent agenda items this morning, so we will head directly into the debate agenda, and we will start with Mr. Slaughter.
Thank you, ma'am. Resolution, excuse me, Resolution 2537, this is deeding the State Patrol Post to the State's Property Commission. Back in 2008, the commission at that time did approve a resolution deeding this over. The State Property Commission never took action on accepting the property. They're asking to accept it now. This new resolution puts in a reversionary clause that if they fail to use it as a State Patrol post, the land and the building will revert back to us. So this resolution will allow them to take full ownership, maintenance, operation of that land and building.
So we've been maintaining it since 20,
Kind of a joint thing. They've maintained parts of it. We keep the grass cut, but this will be fully them.
move to consent.
Second.
So moved. Next.
There for you is a purchase of grasshopper mowers for roads and bridges. These are 3 replacement mowers that are in the budget. We did come in $1,603 under budget. Staff is recommending approval. The purchase for $52,396.23.
What are we doing with the old ones?
They will get surplus at our auction. They will be sold.
You don't want to buy one of those.
I wasn't thinking so. All right.
Second.
So moved. Next.
Next one I have for you is purchase of vehicles for stormwater. We have 2 replacement vehicles and 1 new vehicle. The new vehicle was in a previous budget. We just could never get it, so we were able to locate it and get it under contract now. We did come in under budget on these, but all 3 vehicles come to a total of $267,585. Staff is recommend approval.
F-550.
These are upgrades from what they're driving. They are pulling a lot more equipment. We needed something a little stronger chassis, better suspension to be a little safer for our guys out there, so we are going to a bigger truck.
Got to say that it's 32,000 under budget.
I wanted to give you the opportunity.
When you budget for it in a previous year like that, do you budget for it again in the next year, or does it?
So with stormwater, that money just rolls over into their fund balance, so it's there.
Okay.
Out.
Not saying it.
Move to consent.
Second.
So moved.
Next one I have for you is the purchase of a skid steer for recreation. As their parks multiplying, their work orders and maintenance are going up, they have been renting this piece of equipment. They've also been borrowing a piece of equipment from Roads and Bridges. However, Roads and Bridges workload's getting larger and larger, so they're having a tougher time getting this equipment. We did put this in the budget. Approved. We did get a cost of $88,900, which was less than the $96,000 budget. So we're $7,100 under budget, and staff is recommend approval.
I don't know a lot about these, but I'm assuming they're like the F-150s, F-250 size capacity. Is this large? 88,000 sounds like a lot. Is it
This is a good size
heavier
one.
capacity?
Size one, yes, sir. I couldn't tell you the exact. 92 horse, so it's a good size one. 80-inch bucket on it. Pallet forks, got the Bobcat grapple. Down in here, I'm getting.
I don't worry about it.
Is there someone in Parks and Rec that's trained to operate that, or?
Absolutely, they're using them now.
Right.
I believe Wes is here. You got your folks are fully trained. They're using it. They used them during the hurricane cleanup. They were on them. We were in a lot of them during that time, so.
Thank you.
Second.
So moved. Morning, Mr. Gordon.
Good morning. I have quite a few items for you this morning.
I noticed.
You noticed, we're not going to be as fast as the last group. But the first item I have is the purchase from Vermeer Southeast of a PO 35 mini excavator. This is an excavator that we have been, our special projects has been sharing with Conveyance, and we tried to make that work, but just with their workload, it's causing a lot of scheduling conflicts. and they need one of their own. And so we budgeted for this item. We budgeted $70,000. We got 3 quotes, and the low bid came in at $69,032.78, and it's going to be purchased from our general operating fund and the special projects. Staff recommends approval.
Notice there's another one right behind it.
Yes, sir. A little bit larger one right behind it.
Not the larger one, just take care
Well, two completely different departments.
of, right, but we can still share equipment.
Well, and that's the one thing we've been doing between conveyance and special projects now. We've been sharing, conveyance has one of these mini excavators, and there's a lot of scheduling conflicts there. When special projects needs it, conveyance is using it, and we have to kind of reschedule and work around, and it's causing us a little bit of heartache trying to get projects done.
The lifespan or typical number of hours?
About 5,000 hours. If you get that many hours, you did a really good job with it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Second.
So moved. Next.
So the next one's another mini excavator, just a little bit larger. This is for our distribution department. And the existing one they have is almost 5,000 hours and 18 years old now. So it is starting to fail, be out of service when we need it. So we need a new one. We budgeted $90,000 for this item. The 3 quotes, the low quote came in at $88,289.56 from Vermeer Southeast, and staff recommends approval.
Can I sell the
That one will be surplus, yes, sir.
surplus? Thank you.
Second.
So moved. Next.
The next item I have is the purchase of water meters from Census. Census is the system we use throughout the whole county for automatic meter reading. And we keep a large stock because builders come in looking for quite a few meters. We do change outs on a regular basis. We have failures that we go repair. So we're looking to purchase a large stock and build our inventory back up because it is getting low. And we've budgeted for this item, and we have quite a few meters at $181,546.92 out of our general operating fund in the meter department. Staff recommends this purchase.
Probably should know the answer to this. I know we were flipping these over. Finished the county, do we flip them all over?
We are not quite there. We're still working on that agreement with Jefferson Electric. And we still have a few. We're probably 95% complete for the whole county.
Allison, you have a relationship with the Jefferson Electric presidents. Well, that was a big deal to get these things.
Right. Yes. I'll give them a call. I noticed that the tariff charge on this was about $5,000.
Yes, and we've seen that has become normal as of
Okay.
late.
We budgeted for the tariffs.
I don't
No,
know.
we really didn't plan on that.
Is that a way to call out Trump?
Yes.
Move to consent.
Second.
So moved. Next.
Right. The next item is a independent contractor agreement with Advanced Industrial Mechanical for replacing the HVAC at the Jim Blanchard Water Treatment Plant. That unit is about 18 years old. Was starting to fail, I think, or no, 19 years old. And by the time we order this new unit and get it in, it'll be about 20. And we're having some downtime on it. This is the unit that cools our operations building, which includes all our SCADA equipment, everything we use to monitor our system. So before we have a costly failure and causes us some issues at our plant, we'd like to go ahead and replace it. We did get 3 quotes. The low quote was $95,172.43. We budgeted $95,000 for that project, and staff recommends approval.
Move to consent.
Second.
So moved. Next.
The next item is an independent contract agreement with American Pipeline Solutions. We went out with an RFP, which is for phase 2 of our pipeline cleaning project. So after we install all the launch and receiving stations, we need a company to come in and that launches the pigs and cleans the line for us. So they will come in and do the sponge mechanical pigging, and they'll also do the ice pigging in our lines. And we sent out an RFP. We only got one bidder, which was American Pipeline Solutions, and the total cost for the project is $785,300. And staff recommends approval of this proposal.
Timeline on that?
We will finish the pig launch and pig receiving in January, and we should start on this the 1st of February and be done by the end of February if weather cooperates.
I watched the YouTube video that you did to educate folks on this process, and I thought it was very well done, and appreciate
Thank you.
Move to consent.
Second.
it. So moved. Next.
Next item is a memorandum of understanding with DOT. There's a intersection improvements at Louisville Road and Columbia Road, and where they're putting in a roundabout, and the water line needs to be moved. So we have to relocate a 12-inch water line connecting to a 10 and relocate a fire hydrant in the area. So this goes with the next one I'm going to present also, but this is our understanding with DOT that it will go in their contract to move it. Their estimate for relocating the line is $403,201.80, and we're going to pay for this out of the extension and renewal. Staff recommends approval to MOU.
They get bids on that like we do?
Yeah.
Second.
So moved. Next.
The next item goes with the previous. It is an independent contractor agreement with ISM. We have to design the Series 44 drawings, which are just the utility drawings for DOT. So we'll provide them with the design they can put in their spec or in their contract bid documents for bid. The engineering fees for developing these drawings are $20,500, and will be funded out of extension and renewal, and staff recommends approval.
Consent.
Second.
So moved. Thank you. That's a much-needed roundabout, so I'm glad to see it progress.
The next item is an independent contractor agreement with a Crom Corp. Halele Farm Tank, after the storm, we were doing just some investigation on all the properties, checking everything, and we noticed there's a depression in the top of one of the tanks. It didn't happen during the storm. We went back and looked on some old aerial photos, and we saw it on some older ones also. But we just want to do a structural evaluation on this tank and make sure there are no issues that would cause anything to fall in, an open hole in the top of our tank where we couldn't use it. We want to head it off before it happens. If it's in need of immediate repair, or if we have some time to wait. So Crom did manufacture the tank, so we're going to contract with them to provide some structural engineering services and evaluate that depression. The total cost of this evaluation is $35,230, and it is budgeted and will be funded out of our general operating budget, and staff recommends approval.
Move to consent.
Second.
So moved. Next.
The next item is Georgia Power agreement to run power to the Progress Drive lift station. This is out at White Oak Industrial Park. There's been a lift station that's built, but Georgia Power wants to be reimbursed since there are no customers on the lift station currently. It was put in with the road and plans of expansion out at White Oak. So they want an agreement for somebody to pay for it, and it'll be refundable if we get users on that lift station. So the cost for them to install the line is $114,871.48. And we have an agreement to, as we get in the next 5 years, we have to have users within 5 years. And if we do, there's a mechanism in the contract to refund the money. That's not a part of the base charge.
Development Authority pay this?
Normally they do, but we've agreed to do it in this case.
Why?
I was asked to.
I think it's a matter of funding. I mean, it could be something we could work out a repayment agreement on this, but we do own the asset. It's our asset.
I would think working something out eventually where money comes back from them. Move to consent.
Second.
So moved. And the last one?
The last one is change order number one for the Uchi Creek Sewer Force Main Project. We've had a few items that we've either had overruns or some changes on. The first is air release. For some reason, we just missed it when we were reviewing the plans. We have a certain design and expectation for how the air releases are installed, and our engineer designed it differently. And we had 3 chances to review the plans, and we just missed it. So we called it under construction and asked them to make that change. Another item is additional fittings. We've encountered a ton of rock on the project, and so we had a area where we could avoid some rock and save some costs, but it did cost us a little additional fittings. But it was more expensive to go through the rock and blast. Another item was after the we bid right at hurricane time last year. Well, the hurricane, they didn't have all the downed trees involved in their bid, so it took them quite a bit more time to do the clearing. So they're asking for more money in additional clearing. And in the first third of the project, we've exceeded our limit on rock and blasting. So we need to recoup those costs. We have been going ahead of the contractor since we started encountering more rock than anticipated and doing some pilot drilling just to see, and I think we're just about through the worst of that. But it's a big change order. The total cost of the change order is $886,982.72, and we're paying for this out of ARPA funds, so we do have the money still available in that account. So staff recommends approval.
It is one of the first times I've seen Masters Tournament moratorium 10-day contract.
Yeah, they asked for 10 days because we told them they couldn't work during a certain time.
Majority of this is for blasting.
Yes, sir.
Move to consent.
Second.
So moved. Thank you. Morning, Mr. Titus.
Morning. The first item we have for you is a proposal from Georgia Power to provide safety and lighting at the intersection of Wrightsville Road and Kettle Creek Drive. Staff received requests from property owners in the area of this intersection. Requested we study it. We did, and it met the warning criteria of the county's intersection safety and lighting policy. We requested a proposal from Georgia Power. That proposal is $432 per year to energize that light. It would be installed on existing poles. Staff recommends approval out of IPTF.
Consent.
Second.
So moved. Next.
The next item is a proposal from Jefferson Energy to provide a safety light at Cobham Road and Tom Bartles Road. Again, staff received requests from residents in this area to study the intersection for safety lighting. It met the warning criteria. Jefferson Electric provided a proposal for $505.80. This will be funded out of IPTF as well. Staff recommends approval.
Second.
So moved. Next.
This next item is change order one with Cajun Construction for the 2025 UV lining rehab project. This covers 2 different issues. One issue, the board awarded this contract in April of this year to line several pipes. And before they could line a portion along Peregrine Place, it failed. So part of this change order is to repair that point failure before they line the project. Another portion of this change order is staff received some complaints from a concerned citizen in Walnut Hill subdivision about the storm drainage system surcharging in front of his house and the roadway and beside his house. We studied it. We realized that, one, it's very tight, narrow area where this storm drainage outfall system is, so it'd be difficult to upsize or replace. And 2, we realized that we could replace it, but the cost would be cost prohibitive for the repair. But the system was determined to be undersized, so we looked at doing a UV lining on an existing system. So basically taking that surface from corrugated aluminum to PVC. So it flows a lot more water, so it actually meets the capacity requirements by UV lining it. So that's what we're recommending, is doing a UV lining on that portion of Walnut Hills. That portion is $87,000, and the portion for the point repair is $9,500. That makes a total cost of this change order being $96,500 with Cajun Construction. It would be funded out of the current contract line code, SPOS 2328. I recommend approval.
Will that take care of that problem that you and I met over there on the house? Isn't that part of that?
We can certainly look at it. Is this the same? I believe it's the same one.
Yes.
Yeah, it is the same one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yes, sir.
Definitely needed. You're confident that will,
Yes, sir. It increases the capacity of that pipe by 40%, I believe, just by lining it.
Move to consent.
second?
So moved. Next.
This next item is a change order for the Furious Ferry Road widening contract with E.R. Snell for the Mullican Road waterline abandonment. This is for $40,534.90. This is to basically disconnect and abandon a connection between two different water mains. It's a connection that the water utility has identified that's no longer needed, and they would like to get rid of it while we're in the area working to avoid future damage to that section. So water utility requested that we ask E.R. Snell for a change order price to abandon that section, and the $40,534.90 is the proposal they provided. Staff recommends approval.
Back truck is needed. 1,000 may not be spent of the 40. As if needed,
Correct.
40 grand basically, but it may be less than that.
Correct, but,
How do we monitor that?
well, if they use a vac truck to,
No, I mean, how do we know they didn't use one, they sent us a bill for 40 grand?
we have inspectors, they're gonna have inspectors on site because they're gonna be excavating next to their system.
Thanks.
Second.
So moved. Next.
This next item is for additional funding for contract with J. Long for the Riverwood Roundabout. This is a reconciliation during that project. We had to extend the construction limits, the paving limits a little further to make a clean tie. The total additional funding needed is $27,524.81. Staff recommends approval.
Second.
So moved. Next.
This next item is a supplemental agreement, number one, with GDOT for the Hardy McManus Road widening project. This is to cover the additional funding that GDOT's providing and the T office is providing, and it's a funding shift from another project. So the T office is covering an additional $5.2 million for the Hardy McManus widening project, as well as we're shifting $1.5 million from the Uchi Creek all remaining phases to the Hardy McManus project to cover the multi-use path, the Uchi Creek multi-use path on the Hardy McManus project. So this supplemental agreement covers both of those changes. Staff recommends approval.
Second.
So moved. Next.
This is the supplemental agreement number one with GDOT for the Uchi Creek Greenway all remaining phases, basically to cover that 1.5 we're shifting from that project to the Hardy McManus Road widening project. Staff recommends approval.
Is that going to be a problem for the project?
Our project is currently coming in at 10.5 million estimated construction cost. So we still have about $1 million in estimated surplus.
But we are building part of that system with the Hardy Mac project, so taking the money that's appropriated and putting it with the project that's paying for it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Move to consent.
Second.
So moved. Next.
This next item is a contract with Ponding Company for engineering services for the Washington Road widening project. This is for the design of the widening of Washington Road from William Few Parkway to Tubman Road. I don't live there. I don't know if it's a problem or not, but I've heard that it's fairly congested and it's needed. In 2024, staff responded to the Arts MPO call for projects. With the widening of this section of corridor, it was selected and added to the TIP, the Transportation Improvement Plan. The total contract amount with Pond is $2,538,900. First task order will be a scoping phase, not to exceed $25,000. Once we get through that scoping phase and identify each phase of the project, then staff will issue the notice to proceed for the next task order and so on until the project is fully designed. This is an 80-20 split. It's a federal funded project, so 80% would be funded out of Y-230, 20% will be funded locally out of TIA discretionary. Staff recommends approval.
This will cause people traveling from William Few Parkway to that right turn lane that automatically turn on to Washington Road, because it'll be straight through, is that right?
So that's part of a current project that's already in design. That project's beyond 60% design phase.
Okay.
We hope to let that first of this next year. So that project will be constructed prior to this. This is basically widening from Market View all the way to Tubman.
Back, yeah, okay.
Move to consent.
Second.
So moved. Next.
This next item is a contract with S&ME for geotechnical consulting services at Savannah Rapids Pavilion. Following Hurricane Helene, staff noticed areas on the eastern side of the Savannah Rapids Pavilion on that slope that appeared that there may be some stability concerns. We worked with Mr. Prather and his civil engineer for the Savannah Rapids Pavilion project that's currently under design, and identifying a geotech firm with the experience and the technical expertise to help us investigate that slope, its stability, and make any recommendations if needed. We identified S&ME as that firm. We requested a proposal from them, and their proposed amount is $48,000 for geotechnical investigations and recommendations. This will be funded out of the TAVT Disaster Recovery Line Code. Staff recommends approval.
Second.
So moved. The last one.
And this final item is a contract with Triple Point Engineering for post-closure care, maintenance, and compliance services at the Baker Place Road landfill. This is our closed municipal solid waste landfill. We're about 18 years in post-closure care. We have another 12 plus to go. This is for the contract to maintain its annual maintenance of the landfill, so grass cutting, maintaining the roads, weeding, drainage systems, all of that, as well as ensuring we maintain compliance with EPD from a reporting standpoint. So the methane monitoring, the groundwater monitoring, this is a turnkey contract with Triple Point Engineering to maintain and ensure compliance at that landfill. The total contract amount that we're requesting is $466,300. Of that, $366,300 is for the actual work, the reoccurring maintenance and compliance work, and there's an additional $100,000 we're requesting for minor task order services. So if a roof needs to be replaced, or a fence needs to be repaired, or we have trapping issues with rodents, we can execute a task order below $25,000 with Triple Point Engineering to move out on that item without having to come back to the Board of Commissioners. Should the proposal be over $25,000 or that $100,000 be exhausted within the year, we would come back to you for any task orders beyond that. Staff recommends approval.
Something that we bid out.
Yeah, so we issued, we worked with procurement to issue a request for qualifications. We interviewed 5 separate firms and selected Triple Point.
Move to consent.
Second.
This is less than we spent last year.
So moved. Thank you. Do we have any legal matters this morning? Staff reports. Mr. Gordon.
Yes, ma'am. I've included the year-to-date budget report and the water and sewer construction projects report and prepared to answer any questions you may have.
Our UV system working?
Working, seems to be working fine. You know, a few little things here and there with some feed issues had recently we've had to fix, but for the most part, it seems to be running well.
Titus.
Yes, we have the roadway projects and resurfacing reports for your review. Happy to answer any questions.
I have no.
No questions, thank you. Do we have any commissioners or public comment this morning?
I have one comment. I just want to thank you and congratulate you for, when you start talking about something lasting 18, 19, 20 years, that's what we look for. Know that buying equipment just, I guess you guys know, it doesn't fly all over me, but I think, God, we have all this equipment and ask all these questions, but when you run something out way past the life and service it, I just want to tell you that I appreciate that. Taxpayer money.
Those guys are right back there, so y'all keeping them running.
Absolutely. Thank you.
I agree.
And lastly, just, you know, keep Jamaica in your thoughts and prayers. I mean, we 100-mile-an-hour winds here last year, and through this supposedly storm has gusted 240. And I don't see how there's anything left if it makes it more real.
We have 2 executive session items. At your pleasure on those.
I recommend we move them to the full board.
So moved. Thank you. We will adjourn at 9:13 a.m.